think Chrystia Freeland is certainly one of the better ministers in this government, but I don't think they've handled this issue well. Since Stéphane Dion was the foreign minister and both criticized and approved the massive arms deal that Canada negotiated with Saudi Arabia. When you sign a $13.5 billion arms deal, you sort of expect a thank you, especially for the 3,000 jobs that are really at risk in London, Ontario. We should be standing beside a friend and ally like Saudi Arabia. They have the threat from the Islamic State next door that would love to take Mecca and Medina. We want them to be able to defend themselves. We don't want Iran. They've already taken out the government in Yemen, and obviously the Saudis are pushing back against Iran. Obviously, we share the same interests as the Saudis, but we disagree on some values. But there's no doubt that the Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman, is taking the country in the right direction, pursuing a more moderate form of Islam, reducing funding to Wahhabi proselytization around the world, but also making major reforms on human rights and women's rights. The last time I was in Saudi Arabia on a bilateral visit, I spent some time with now King Salman. We spent 15 minutes talking about women's rights. I think the Saudis respect when you take these conversations direct, face-to-face, and you do it in a respectful manner and not like a Trump-style tweet, which has obviously caused great damage to Canadian interests. I think when you just tweet and then put out statements in Arabic and don't have the courage to look at the leaders face-to-face. Badawi obviously is a major case between Canada. When I was foreign minister, I took that case directly to senior members of the royal family. Doing it face-to-face is the most effective way to accomplish results and not simply doing tweets. This is going to cause major problems for jobs in London, Ontario. It's going to cause major problems in our medical system with the 12 to 16,000 Saudi students, agricultural problems, even trade investment. And what's really needed is the Prime Minister to get on a plane and get over to Riyadh and try to resolve this issue. That's in the interests of Canada and Canadian workers and the Canadian people.
عينك على العالم.